Presented by 5 Hour Energy. Number 22 Texas A&M, number 23 Louisiana Tech in a matchup of two of the nation's top 8 scoring offenses. The Bulldogs rank for just the second time in school history, looking for what would be a signature win to boost that BCS resume against Johnny Manziel and this Texas A&M team at 4-1. Redshirt freshman has taken the country by storm, leading the SEC in total offense. Alongside Kelly Stauffer, Joe Davis on hand, Kara Capuano down on the sidelines. At Independence Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana. The game originally scheduled to open the season August 30th, postponed because of the threat of Hurricane Isaac. It's gone from an opener between two unranked teams to a top 25 matchup with BCS implications. Louisiana Tech won the toss and deferred, so Texas A&M will receive. Uzoma Wachaku back with Dustin Harris to receive the kick from Matt Nelson. After about a month and a half wait, off we go from Shreveport. And it's Wachaku from the 5. Upended at the 20. This Texas A&M offense, top scoring offense in the SEC, 8th in the country, averaging 44.5 points a game, led by all-everything freshman Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football Manziel to you and I, and what you need to watch for this young man to get outside the pocket with some of the most dynamic, electric feet that you'll see in college football. But is Louisiana Tech advanced enough defensively to make him win this game in the pocket? That's a tall order here tonight.
Man, they're giving up 531 yards a game, second most in the country. Then Molina squirts free for a couple of yards on first down. Tackle made by IK and Impali, junior defensive end. Manziel leading the SEC in total offense, 356 yards a game. On 2nd and 9, Manziel dumps it off. And Molina sticks the shoulder down for a few past the 25. 3rd down coming up for the Aggies.
And you will notice both offenses tonight, it's about how fast can we play. Obviously, they want to play clean, but it's about getting to the line of scrimmage. A lot of times waiting for the umpire to spot the football.
Texas A&M second in the SEC on 3rd down. Empty set for Manziel. The likes to run quarterback, draws out of this set. Given time. Manziel rolls and throws, and Wachaku lays out. It's caught across midfield. Uzoma Wachaku, 24 yards, and it's first down.
Well, welcome to Johnny Football Manziel's world, and you can see Louisiana Tech wasn't even actually trying to get pressure on him, just contain him, and then making it throw outside the pocket. That's new for Manziel.
Molina, who had a 59-yard touchdown run in the opening possession in the win against Ole Miss last week, has 8 yards to the 40, where Quinn Giles, the Shreveport native, makes the stop.
Now, Wachaku is just one of multiple options down the field, but it's Manziel making plays outside the pocket, which he hasn't been able to do this year consistently. I'm not sure he had control of that football as he slid out of bounds.
Texas A&M
exactly.
On 2nd and short, first touch for Christian Michael, who breaks free, and the senior has Texas A&M in front. .40 yards for the Beaumont, Texas native. And it takes the Aggies less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, imagine that. And Michael is that guy that is actually coming back from an ACL and didn't participate in the spring, has been late picking up this offense. But obviously he knew what he was doing on that play.
Michael with his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And Taylor Bertolette, who's missed a pair of extra points this season, kicks it with a flag down. This offense for A&M, 8th in the country at 44.5 points a game. And taking less than 2 minutes to get in.
Well, if you can read lips, The official said false start Texas A&M, and Louisiana Tech is the team that's very highly penalized, and they want to play much cleaner tonight to have an opportunity to win this game.
Sub Penn Wagers, our head referee, Rick Lowe, the umpire. It's an SEC crew with a WAC replay official. And whistle dead before the snap once more. This has a little more of a feel to an August 30th game with these two penalties on special teams.
This is going to be a long field goal here before long. Although it will still count as only one.
Right. 5-yard penalty. Retry.
Well, there is noise here tonight, but not that much.
No.
I think guys up front just need to pay attention a little bit.
They're seat 50,000 here at Independence Stadium. They were expecting a little more than 40,000, and I think that's probably accurate. So watch this turn into a 31-yard extra point for Taylor Bertolet. And it's just good. It takes Texas A&M a minute 50 to get into the end zone. Johnny Manziel, redshirt freshman out of Kerrville, Texas, the SEC's leader in total offense at 356 yards a game. And on first down, it's Ben Molina. Antonio Mitchum plugging the hole, and it's second down. Let's take a look at tonight's impact players, brought to you by Lee Jeans. First off for Texas A&M.
A couple of really dependable receivers in Ryan Swope and also Evans, really a point forward gone football, and then Moore is the edge guy. He's the pressure. 7 sacks today. Louisiana Tech will have to get a hat on him tonight.
Empty set on 2nd and 9 with nobody behind the front 4 in the box. We've seen a lot of quarterback draw from Manziel. Quick throw, Ryan Swope with his 200th career reception, taking him to the 40. Greg Johnson with his stop, and it's 3rd and 4.
Louisiana Tech defensively right now are bypassing their nickel personnel and going right to dime. 6 defensive backs, and you're going to see sometimes 7 and 8, especially against this empty set right now by Texas A&M.
3rd and 4.
A lot of running room right down Main Street right there.
And Manziel will run straight ahead and break through an arm tackle for a first down. Redshirt freshman averaging 8.5 yards on 3rd down carries.
It's all about a zone running scheme and then the quarterback draw. And look at no linebackers right in the middle of the field, and that's exactly where Manziel is going to do with that quarterback draw.
He takes off again, runs over the defender Dave Clark. And he gets across the 45 and a first down gain of 8.5.
But the game tonight is about Louisiana Tech trying to keep Johnny Manziel inside the pocket to make sure that he's shown that he can grow and make plays within the pocket. We've seen him actually get outside already tonight.
Molina. He's short, but it's 3rd down. Kevin Kisselberth got there first. Kevin Sumlin, in his first season as head coach at Texas A&M, came over from Houston, where he coached 4 seasons. 48 years old, and his team in the top 25 for the first time this year. Aggies 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far. But a timeout for Texas A&M. Nope. 7-0 Texas A&M in front of Louisiana Tech in a matchup of a pair of ranked teams. And we welcome you to the broadcast booth alongside former NFL quarterback Kelly Stouffer, Joe Davis. Folks around here saying, Kelly, that this is maybe the biggest game in Louisiana Tech history.
Yeah, thanks to Hurricane Isaac, right? This game has grown in magnitude immensely. And the question now is Louisiana Tech up to the challenge here tonight? It didn't look good early in this game. We'll see what happens the rest of the night.
We come out of the break with a 3rd down and 2. A&M perfect on 3rd down so far. Manziel look left, he'll run right, getting the corner and getting a first down. Johnny Football to the 35, and the chains move.
Well, this is challenge number 1 for Louisiana Tech's defense. Can they keep number 2 in the pocket? And The answer at least twice this evening has been absolutely not.
Ben Molina straight ahead for 4 yards on first down. It's a defense, Kelly, 531 yards allowed per game, second most in the country.
And what's interesting, we saw it on that clip right there, Johnny Manziel is right-handed, but he typically likes to carry the football in his left hand. So that time it was actually in the wrong hand if you're a runner, correct hand if you're a passer.
On 2nd and 7, a quarterback draw. John L. White, who's making the start today with an injury to Justin Ellis, drops him. And it's 3rd down and 6.
That was the lead draw variety. The first draw we saw from Manziel was actually out of an empty set. No lead up there, but Molina was leading on that particular play. Louisiana Tech has to find a way to get off the field. They haven't been good at it this year.
Yeah, 101st in the country on 3rd down, and A&M perfect against them so far. Pressure comes, it's heaved, and it's incomplete. Ryan Swope got lit up by Craig Johnson. Flag comes in late. Drive extended.
Sonny Dykes obviously did not like what he saw, and his team needs to get a break here early in this game, or Johnny Football Manziel and his compadres are going to start rolling downhill quickly.
These are 2 of the top 8 scoring offenses in the country. The one variable to that is what we mentioned. The Louisiana Tech's defense, 2nd worst in the country, while Texas A&M's defense, top 15.
Yeah, so there isn't a large...
Personal foul. The 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
With the condition of Louisiana Tech's defense, there's not a lot of room for error, but Louisiana Tech electing to bring pressure, and then Swope was kind of coming on a delay from his slot position.
Ryan Swope walks off under his own power. One of the school's all-time leading receivers, got his 200th catch tonight, and he was one of our impact players, Kelly.
Yeah, and he's a dependable guy. He's really solid, a route runner, very good hands. And I think the young quarterback likes that dependability out of number 25. So you would expect Kenrick McNeil to play a bigger role here tonight.
Swope at the game-winning touchdown, catching that comeback win last week against Mississippi.
A beautiful corner route and a beautiful throw by a young quarterback. But that's what I'm talking about with Swope. Where did the young quarterback look in crunch time? To number 25. He knew what he could expect out of his route, and he threw it absolutely perfectly.
Sonny Dykes' team off to their first 5-0 start since 1975 when they were a Division II program, and now looking to extend the nation's longest regular season winning streak to 13.
And Sonny basically spent that entire commercial break arguing with the officials, but in the end I think it was a good call, and quite frankly Craig Johnson, who got called for that personal foul, could have potentially intercepted that ball. It was going to be overthrown anyway. Target the football instead of targeting the man. That ball was going to be incomplete.
And the story in this first quarter so far, Kelly's been 3rd down conversions. Even on this drive, that's the third down they've been able to convert.
And Louisiana Tech isn't exactly good at getting off the field. Almost 50% of the time, they allow the offense to extend the drive on 3rd down. That's obviously got to change if they have a chance to win this game tonight.
So A&M into the red zone, where Louisiana Tech's one of the worst in the country. Kristen Michael's already got 1 touchdown. And he's got 6 on first down inside the 10. But Evander Liggins makes the stop.
What the offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury wants to do is try to run the ball effectively to invite Louisiana Tech's safeties down into run support, and then they want to exploit mismatches outside. And a mismatch down in deep in the red zone is to look for number 13, Mike Evans. He's a tremendous basketball player, but he can also be a tremendous fade runner down here deep in the red zone.
6'5", working against 5'11" Liggins. Manziel will go down with a flag down. Shaquille Lucas got there first with Andre Taylor. And Penn Wagers will let us know what this flag's for.
You saw holding on Texas A&M and going to make things much more difficult down here, but Louisiana Tech has to find a way to take points off the board.
76. Up. 5.
It's on Luke Jokel, All-American candidate at left tackle, considered a first-round pick. So second down and 15 from the 20.
And both offenses are going to move the ball here tonight. It's which defense plays the best red zone defense has a chance to win this game.
Manziel finds an open man with Kendrick Williams. In for the touchdown. 20 yards, catch and run, A&M 13-0. And a flag down in the celebration.
And Sonny Dykes, I think, is starting to realize his defense really has no answers for this high-octane offense, and you have to play better defense down here in the red zone and take points off the board. If you're thinking 7, try to hold them to a field goal attempt in 3, and then hold them to a long field goal attempt. Texas A&M flooding the right side of the field with 3 receivers, and then simply just giving Williams the ball accurately, and then it's the yards after the catch that's the killer on that play. I'm not sure the referee has found his toggle switch on the old communication device there.
That or it's not working. Unsportsmanlike conduct in the celebration for Kevin Sumlin's team. And Taylor Bertolette to add the extra point. So halfway through this first quarter, Aggies in front 14-0.
A little scratch on my rental car can cost me mucho.
Back in the Port City, Shreveport, Louisiana, Independence Stadium. A couple of ranked teams facing off in a game that was originally scheduled to open the season on a Thursday night in August, but postponed because of the threat of Hurricane Isaac. And it's gone from an opener between 2 unranked teams to a top 25 matchup with BCS implications.
Yeah, and Louisiana Tech's defense needs to come up with some kind of an answer right now, and they haven't had one, whether it be keeping Manziel within the pocket or defending the pass down the field. It didn't really make any difference up to this point.
Manziel 4 for 4 so far, and he's completed a pass to 4 different receivers. Thomas Johnson, the freshman, takes the jet sweep and gets a block from Michael to get a solid first down gain to the 46. It's 2nd and 4.
Johnson, just another speed merchant for this offense, trying to get him touches. He's been showing flashes in practice.
Working in a hurry. Michael gets stuck in the hole, and he's short of the first down. Chip Hester, who's making only his 6th career start today, in for an injured Solomon Randall, makes the tackle, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down once again. Louisiana Tech hasn't had an issue funneling this offense to 3rd down. The issue has been making a play on 3rd down to get their offense back on the field.
Converted 3 third downs on the last touchdown drive. Manziel off his back foot, right on the money. It's Malcolm Kennedy making a man miss and a first down to the 39. Dave Clark with a tackle. They're 5 of 5 on 3rd down.
And this is where Manziel really demonstrates that he's growing up a little bit. This ball was out, it was on time, it was accurate, that led to a run after the catch. Those are all things that Cliff Kingsbury wants to see here tonight.
Louisiana Tech on its heels right now. Draw play for Michael, who danced into open space and dragged the defender to the 36. Shaquille Lucas makes the tackle on the veteran of this backfield. A guy with more than 3,000 all-purpose yards, 25 touchdowns, and an injury-riddled career. Broken leg in 2010, torn ACL in 2011, and working his way into this offense with a new coaching staff. Here he is again. Chip Hester blew up the play. And once again, Kelly, here's third down.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad for Louisiana Tech at this point in time, but what you see happening here tonight is SEC speed showing up that Louisiana Tech really can't catch after they have the ball in their hands, and then it's the physicality on the line of scrimmage. Can this defense from Louisiana Tech hold up for 4 quarters?
Can they hold up for 3 downs?
Good question.
They've not stopped the Aggies yet. Manziel checking to the sideline. Off play action, fires the slant for a first down. Spinning free. Down to the 11, down to the 16-yard line goes Darrell Walker, Sheldon Hughes Jr. out of Hillsboro, Texas.
On the quick slant outside, number 24 Clark has help inside. You cannot let the receiver inside. He broke the rule right there.
Michael on a stretch play. Back to the line of scrimmage.
If the passing game is going tonight and Manziel is accurate, this offense is absolutely dynamic, and Louisiana Tech is obviously having problems with that.
On second down and 10. Manziel looking to the wide side. Now will take off. Chip Hester gets the stop after a gain of 4. And you look at the rushing numbers for Manziel. He leads the team in rushing, but even more impressive when you take out the sacks. He's averaging more than 9 yards a carry.
Yeah, right there. That's called drive extenders, and that's what he does. And we've seen it sometimes on third down, but right there, that represented a really, really good decision in the pass game. Nothing was there down the field. That's a great time to use your feet.
A&M 5 of 5 on third down so far. Pressure comes on 3rd and 6. Manziel dances out of it. Tony football. Touchdown, Texas A&M. $15 yards. And the legend of number 2 continues to build.
It is so difficult, obviously, to contain Manziel, and he breaks contain and destroys the angles of the defenders because of his speed. He has quick feet, but he's downright fast as well.
And in the blink of an eye, it's 21-0 Texas A&M.
You tired of
Texas A&M's only loss this season came in the opener against Florida. They led by 10 at halftime. And we're getting to Jeff Driscoll with that defensive line that's so good. What a start it was for Johnny Manziel. But Florida came from behind, and Texas A&M would have just 65 yards during the second half. 20-17 the final score. Gators take it.
I would like to see that game again with Driscoll growing up quite a bit. And then Manziel in his 6th start here tonight is not the same quarterback that you just saw on tape right there.
A&M back to work. And Tech desperately needs a stop. Off play action. Strong arm throw for a first down. On the comeback pattern to Waxiku. 14 yards.
Texas A&M goes to their bigs to create the impression of a run, and then the play action pass. Waxiku runs a nice route just to come back down the sideline, but a driven throw by Johnny Manziel,
who is 8 for 8.
Not bad. Not a bad start here tonight.
Run it against a 5-man box. And the run defense this time from Louisiana Tech solid. Quinn Giles, Shreveport native, leading the way. And his first quarter comes to a close. All Texas A&M in this matchup are ranked teams through one quarter. Johnny Manziel, 8 of 8 through the air.
Well, we knew he was electric with his feet. The question is, can he throw on the run outside the pocket? Affirmative, as you saw right there. Can he be accurate and give his receivers the opportunity to run with it after the catch? Ball placement has been tremendous. And then he always has this. Not everybody that plays that position has that speed or that kind of speed. And he's amazing when he gets outside the pocket, but he's pretty darn good inside the pocket tonight.
Redshirt freshman out of Kerrville, Texas, Tybee High School, where he started for the Tybee High Antlers.
Antlers.
How about that?
Friday Night Lights. That's what he thinks he's doing here tonight.
Started the second quarter with a second down and 8. Good pocket, taking a shot. Watsaku. Third down. Can't place it any better.
You really can't. And not only that, he picked the right guy to go to. Watsaku was matched up one-on-one outside because the safety couldn't help. He was down in the box trying to support Duran, but very well-placed football, and Watsaku couldn't quite come up with it there at the end.
Louisiana Tech could not get a stop on third down during that first quarter. 3rd and 7. Manziel with a pocket collapsing, using his legs to pick up another third down conversion, and then some inside the 30. A 30-yard pickup to convert 3rd and 7. Chip Hester ran him down.
If you're learning to turn into a quarterback as opposed to an athlete, you make decisions like this. There's a time to get outside the pocket, and the time was right then. Manziel does a very nice job of going through his progression and then making a play like that with the feet. That's just simply unfair.
Look into the end zone. Down the sideline. Broken off at the final moment by Dave Clark, the 5th-year senior. And the only corner on this roster with game experience coming into the season. Looking for that 6'5" Mike Evans.
Yeah, Clark matched up on Evans, and Clark climbed the ladder and went up and got that ball at the highest point. And Evans was pointing to his quarterback saying, get the ball higher. I don't know how much higher he could have caught in that football.
Only 5 in the box on 2nd and 10, and they will throw out of it. Down the seam. Kennedy. First down. Malcolm Kennedy, the sophomore, with his second grab. This one for 18.
Yeah, the run look. 5 in the box. You want to run the football. They go play action pass, and Kennedy from his slot position makes a nice catch.
Heads out on the quarterback power play to the wide side. Jamel Johnson makes the stop, and it's 2nd and goal.
Manziel supposedly is 200 pounds. I think he's about 2 biscuits short of that, but he's not bashful when he runs the football. I don't think running over people is exactly his game, but he certainly wasn't weak about it on that play.
Staff probably didn't want it to be his game.
We just saw offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, next time, run out of bounds with that speed.
Manziel changing the play at the line of scrimmage, has freedom to do it. Fade. Looking for his 6'5" freshman Mike Evans. 3rd and goal.
You would expect that down there. 6'5", a former basketball player. He's essentially like a power forward throwing a fade to, but Clark is doing a very good job. You don't defend the fade at the end of the play. You defend it on the line of scrimmage, and Clark is doing a very good job on Evans currently.
And if you're Louisiana Tech, got to find a way to get a stop on 3rd down finally. Pressure comes. Manziel trying to gas it, but he can't. And finally, the Bulldogs come up with a 3rd down stop. Vince Kano is there along with Chip Hester. The field goal team out of the field.
And Cliff Kingsbury told us that Manziel has the freedom to go to that play whenever he wants, and quite frankly, he dials it up maybe just a little bit too much. Louisiana Tech was anticipating something between the tackles, and they defended it really, really well.
Bertolat with a 26-yarder. 5 of 8 this season for the redshirt freshman. And Texas A&M, 4 possessions, 4 scores. The Bulldogs trying to get a response, down by a bunch early in the second. Johnny Manziel Started 8 of 8, 1 of 4 since. But he's done plenty to get this offense in gear. Off play action, can run if he wants to. Instead, a smart play to sling it to Malcolm Kennedy, who's got his 3rd catch of the night. Had just 5 coming in.
When you get Manziel to the edge, the question for the defender is, now am I a run supporter or am I going to stay in my coverage? You basically make the wrong decision if the quarterback throws the ball well.
Christian Michael with a 1st down run. In Louisiana Tech, you get a feeling that they're 1 score away from losing this spotlight.
I think you're absolutely right. The stage that they wanted so badly is disappearing. They need something really, really good to happen quickly in this half.
Flag down before the snap. Tough night for Penn Wager's microphone.
Yeah, that's not working all that well, is it?
No, not at all.
But you know what's working well is Manziel. And can you forward this to about 2 or 3 years from now? I mean, he's dynamic now, but when the dude gets some experience, SEC, watch out.
Ryan Swope looks like he'll be done. Took that big hit during the 1st quarter. Tonight got his 200th career reception. One of the all-time leading receivers at Texas A&M, but plenty else around him. Several weapons for Manziel still to work with. He's got one-on-one to the top of your screen. And now Louisiana Tech backs that safety over the top. Delay.
Yeah, and I think that safety you talked about was playing the game.
So 1st down and 20. Manziel with all kinds of time. On the post, Mike Evans is wide open, and then it's jarred loose. Incomplete. Jamel Johnson, 5th-year senior out of Cleveland, Ohio, swatted it away.
Johnson was the safety on the hash that we were talking about on the previous play. He has to help on plays just like that. Down the field when the ball's in the air for an extended period, he needs to break on it and break it up. That was perfect right there. But it's the run support. When he's getting down in the box, that's when they lose the help outside.
Empty set with Michael motioning out. That offensive line gives him all day again, and he's got a completion back to the original line of scrimmage to Darrell Walker. And 3rd down and 9, which this will be, doesn't feel like that big of a deal for him.
It really doesn't. Not the way Johnny Manziel is throwing the ball right now. That was his 2nd look. He's going through his progression really well and with really, really good timing.
Empty set again. 4 receivers to the near side. Manziel looking to take off, and this time he's spun down. It's Vernon Butler, the true freshman, but a flag at the end of the play.
And you can't have horse collar behind the line of scrimmage inside the box, and to me he was both right there. He actually may have just gotten across. He may have just gotten across the line of scrimmage, but this was questionable. And if you could read lips once again, this was called a horse collar.
What a huge call.
Yeah, and I think he is past the line of scrimmage, so that is a good call. It's just not outside the box or outside wide. It's when the ball carrier's beyond the line of scrimmage, and I think that in the end that's a good call. But man, what an untimely call if you're Louisiana Tech. They were about ready to get off the field.
Yeah, it would have been 4th down. Instead, the drive extended. The football spotted at the 35. Independence Stadium on the State Fairgrounds here in Louisiana. Aggies fans making the trip from College Station and enjoying 24-0. Texas A&M in front. Penalty extended the drive, so 1st down at the 35 for Johnny Manziel in this offense. They run it right into the blitz. Christian Michael with 2.5 on 1st down. IKN and Pauly with a stop.
And Joe, we talked about the game is to try to be successful enough in the run game to have to get those safeties down, but how do you stop number 2?
Wide open. Incomplete. Manziel going for Darrell Walker. I'd like to have that one back. Third down.
Obviously a broken coverage by La Tech, but that's what happens when a quarterback gets outside the pocket. The coverage doesn't know whether they're run defenders or pass defenders. And you can see on that play right there, Clark was this corner in the flat. He decided he had to lose coverage and get after the quarterback and totally drop the receiver down the field.
Texas A&M 7 of 8 on third down tonight. Screen. Great defensive play. Chad Boyd, the Thorpe Award preseason watch list honoree, came up from his safety spot, and it's fourth down.
Well, you thought that Texas A&M was in that no man's land as well, where they may not punt it. But their punter has obviously been a weapon, so get him out on the field and don't be greedy. You still have to play the game by the book, and actually this is going to be a monster shot at field goal, but the wind is pretty extensive right at the kicker's back.
This would be a 54-yarder for the redshirt freshman Taylor Bertolette. It will come after timeout.
And the wind is blowing pretty significantly up here.
Bertolette looking for a career long. And he nailed it with plenty of distance to spare. 54 yards for the redshirt freshman. And it's 27-0 Texas A&M. Trey Williams is back to receive this kick. Dynamic true freshman. Considered one of the top running backs in the country coming out of high school this past spring. And Williams won't have a shot. Johnny Manziel in this offense back to work.
Oh yeah, Johnny Manziel is still in the game, isn't he?
Yeah, you forget about that, right?
Louisiana Tech's defense still has to play. I mean, that's the bottom line. The offense looked like they had answers on that last drive. They ran it effectively, threw it effectively, but that still doesn't give the answer to this defense out there right now.
Well, it's a defense that survived being miserable for the most part by getting takeaways. They don't have any tonight. Manziel showing off the deep ball. Evans in stride, running away from the defender. Mike Evans, 75 yards, touchdown, Texas A&M.
Manziel's pass complete to number 13, Evans. He was in his touchdown.
Just when Louisiana Tech thought they had some momentum, and Sonny Dykes liked what he saw in that last drive, but Manziel threw a perfect strike to Evans on a great release with no help from the safety. And obviously that did not go well for Louisiana Tech on that play.
Bertolette's extra point is good, and just when Louisiana Tech had taken some momentum, stolen right back, freshman to freshman.
Well, we talked about the safety help right here when they have to sneak up in there to corral the quarterback or to stop the run by a running back. You leave one-on-one outside, and Mike Evans is a great matchup if you're Texas A&M outside with no safety help. And when you have a quarterback that can place the ball like this is feather-like touch at the end. That looks beautiful. It doesn't get much better than that play right there.
So can Louisiana Tech respond to the response? Bertolette with the wind of his back has another touchback. Let's check in with Kara down on the sidelines.
Guys, Johnny Manziel, when he comes off the field, no matter what the result, is usually very fiery, focused, and stoic. But boy, he was all smiles, especially with his buddy Evans after that touchdown.
Oh, Kara, I don't blame him at all. That was about as good as it gets. But, I mean, unbelievable. This young man is headed to stardom, and actually he may have already arrived there.
290 yards of total offense for Manziel during the first half. He leads the SEC, averaging 365 a game. Quentin Patton, tackled by Sean Porter. 6 yards to the 31 on Patton's 6th catch of the game.
And if you're Louisiana Tech offensively, what do? Well, you have to just keep doing what you normally do. You score points in a hurry anyway. You don't have a 4-touchdown play in your book.
Miles White made a man miss and breaks into the open field. Stephen Terrell runs him out of bounds after a gain of 14.
And the question is whether this offense can climb back in it. They obviously can't afford to just get touchdowns or punt the football anymore tonight. They have to go down and get in the end zone again.
Snap it as soon as the ball's marked ready for play. And Ray Holly stopped by Sean Porter.
The beauty, Joe, of running this kind of offense is you're essentially always in your 2-minute. They want to go pedal to the metal all the time. So even though they haven't had to play catch up, most people are trying to catch them. They have to play it here tonight.
Five-man pressure, and they throw the slant to Patton, who spins into the open field. Man, is this kid special. Tremaine Jacobs makes the tackle, but not before he runs for 27.
Point out the quarterback, Colby Cameron's ball placement as well. Ball placement to a wide receiver equals run after the catch, and that's what you see these two doing right on this drive.
Richie Casey thrown back. Now they're picking on Jacobs, and that time he stood tall. Thrown for a loss of a couple. And it'll be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, they're picking on Jacobs even into that short side. They have a lot of room up to the top. You would think that they would tap into that matchup before long.
He's one of 3 quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks that is this country or in the country this season without a pick. That's 200
a lot of good
straight.
decisions represented in that number.
Kenneth Dixon bounced off of contact. Block in front from Paris, and it's 1st down and goal. 22-yard run for the true freshman.
Well, the big bone once again, and this is the big man getting out in front. That's number 99, the backup guard, changed numbers from 73 and puts on 99 to be eligible in the backfield. The big boy was getting downfield on that play.
Here he is again. 2nd and goal.
This is what we expected, really, kind of a tennis match, back and forth, and essentially which defense gives their offense one more possession.
And keep in mind, Tech gets the ball to begin the 2nd half. Trying to battle back, play action, look into the end zone, off of the hands of R.P. Stewart, who has 4 catches this year, 2 of them touchdowns, almost had a 3rd.
And that was a really well-thrown back shoulder fade. A little hot, but certainly catchable. That should have been a touchdown. Here's that matchup again, one-on-one at the top.
A 1 for 6 on 3rd down today. Plenty of time to snap it. Up to the sideline to get a change. Running downhill on 3rd and goal, and Dixon lowers the shoulder for a touchdown. 9th of the season for the true freshman. And Louisiana Tech responds.
And even though Dixon is a freshman, he runs like a grown man. That was the 2nd time that he finished a run like a big boy. That was impressive.
Now, early on this year, you know, Kelly, they had another true freshman, Tevin King, who was more of a speed guy. Sonny Dykes really recruiting talent. Extra point is blocked and headed the other way. Dustin Harris, goodbye. 2 points for Texas A&M.
And I think it was Rush in Moore, number 94, that got his hands on that. And the ability to get to the quarterback translates to a lot of places on the football field. You get penetration, and right in the middle right there, penetrate, get your hands up, and bam, the double thud, and goes for 2 points the opposite direction.
That's the first time this season that Tech has missed any kind of kick. They were 7 of 7 on field goals. They've made all 36 extra points. A good kick minimizes Trey Williams' impact on the game. Down to Kara.
Every Sunday, Kevin Sumlin has his video coordinators put together an effort tape. It's not about a sack for Demontre Moore. It's how he chases the quarterback, does the extra things. I think we can guarantee Demontre Moore, who's been on the effort tape every week, just made it with that beautiful block there, and that's exactly what Sumlin's trying to do, is show the extra things players on all units are doing, because sometimes offensive guys don't see the special things the defensive players are doing.
Well, Kara, that's a perfect picture of it right there. When you get a block on a field goal or an extra point, it's all about effort. Penetrate with effort and get your hands up, and Moore did it on that play.
2:55, plenty of time for this Texas A&M offense. Needed just one play in the previous drive. Manziel can't break contain this time. Chip Hester did a good job to keep him from getting the corner.
And once again, Moore right up the middle. You see the strike, the contact, and then the hands up. He's 6'4", 250, but he also has a pretty significant wingspan, and you saw him use about every inch of it on that play.
Trey Williams, the true freshman, steps out of the tackle. He's electric. Pretty exciting 4-yard gain.
And a missed tackle turns into yards after the catch. Texas A&M wants to use the screen game as well. They anticipate pressure right here, and they want to leak the running back outside and try to regulate that pressure to some extent. The missed tackle leads to more yards after the catch.
And Chad Boyd injured on that missed tackle. This is probably their best defensive player, making his 33rd career start today, most on the unit.
And he set out of spring ball nursing a shoulder as well and didn't participate, and I'm not sure if it's the same shoulder or not, but he's that safety that's a senior, kind of a nasty tackler. He didn't make a very good tackle on that play and came up with the injury.
Well, 3rd down and 5 here, and quietly Louisiana Tech with a stop has a chance to get right back into this game heading into the break. 3rd down has been owned by A&M tonight. 7 drop into coverage. Manziel splitting the pass rush. Heaving it. Caught. It's Trey Williams. Inside the 20. 55 yards, Jamel Johnson with a touchdown saving tackle.
And once again, when you have a quarterback that breaks contain, there's a decision to make. If I'm a pass defender, do I come up and tackle the dynamic quarterback? And Manziel makes him pay once again.
Williams with the call on 1st down here. True freshman out of Spring, Texas, who ran for almost 4,000 yards as a high school senior. Considered one of the top running backs coming out of high school last year.
What a weapon it is to have a quarterback that can turn pass defenders into mush when they come up to become run defenders. He just throws over the top.
Williams again on 2nd down. Hesitated, waited for the hole to develop, and surged to the 11. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6 coming up.
Texas A&M wanting to lean on that massive SEC offensive line right here and maybe take a little more starch out of La Tech's defense going into half. Look at those numbers. Unreal.
350 yards of total offense. Out of the empty set. Pressure comes. Keeping the play alive. Now just showing off all the way back at the 40-yard line. That's as exciting of a throw as I've ever seen. Bertolette made from 54. He makes from 28. Texas A&M has a 4-touchdown lead.
You want to attend.
45 seconds left in the half. Louisiana Tech's got an offense that can try to put something together here.
They need to. They need as much as they can possibly get, but they have the ability to strike quickly as well, and they've looked considerably better really in their last 3 possessions.
What a game it's been for Taylor Bertolette, the redshirt freshman that has struggled some this season.
I think if the ball blows off the tee, the kicker should have to kick it from the ground.
Leave it there and just do it.
Absolutely. It's a stoppage in the game that we just don't need. He may get it again. Usually the holder has to come in after one blow off, but they're not getting the holder right here.
DJ Banks anxious to bring one out, but he'll stay right there. David Grew making sure of it. And 45 seconds, really no question, you got to go to work.
I think you do. You only have 1 timeout, so I'm not exactly sure how much work you can do. You certainly don't want to turn it over to number 2 on the opposite side of the field with 45 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see what approach they take.
Now, during this 12-game regular season winning streak, longest in the country for Louisiana Tech, they've got a plus 26 turnover margin. They've not generated any tonight. They trail by 26 inside of a minute left in the first half. They drop into coverage. So he dumps it off to Ray Holly, who slips a man and is out of bounds past the 40. 17-yard first down game. That's always the most important play on that 2-minute offense.
You can see the core of what Louisiana Tech is capable of doing. Multiple guys that you can give touches to that really are good with the ball in their hands.
Remember, wind in the faces of Louisiana Tech right now, so field goal range will need to be much closer for them to have a chance with Matt Nelson. His career long is 47. Again, 8 drop into coverage. So Cameron dumps it underneath to Holly again. Great speed for Ray Holly. First down into Texas A&M territory. 19 yards this time for the 5th-year senior.
And that's what Holly actually brings to this offense, a speed element that they don't get in the backfield otherwise.
Kill the clock, 26 ticks left in this half.
Kill the clock, save the timeout. You could potentially throw the ball over the middle of the field if you get the right matchup. And what Texas A&M wants to do on the back end, they play combos coverage. They want to be 3-on-2 over the top, and they typically like to keep a guy in the middle of the field right there.
Cameron tucks it early, looking for the sideline, and he gets there. Lloyd Raven bumped him out.
What Texas A&M is doing on the back end in coverage, they're going to really 2 high safeties, and they like to play 3-on-2 with the 2 outside receivers, and they just basically scheme releases by Louisiana Tech. You can see 3-on-2 out there, and these 3-on-2 down at the bottom of the screen.
On 3rd and 5, they twist up front. It's picked up. Cameron throwing it out of the back of the end zone, and it's 4th down. And again, they need to get to the 30 to get to within range of Nelson's career long, plus there's a wind in his face.
Yeah, about maybe a 4 or 5 yard win. So I think this is 4-down territory in short time right here with 1 timeout left. That's a big flag, and that flag is moving considerably.
So 4th down and 5 here, but you've only got 13 seconds.
And you still have Patton out here one-on-one with the safety clear over in the middle of the field. Number 4 is where I'd be looking with the football.
Cameron goes that way in a hurry, and you can see the wind's effect on the ball as it flutters out there, but enough for a first down. 9 seconds and 1 timeout.
Yeah, Cameron was really delicate with that because there was some running room if he would have put a little Tabasco on that throw, and we've seen Patton can certainly run with the football after the catch.
You taking a shot to the end zone here with the timeout?
I think you take a shot one way or another. You have 9 seconds. You can get the timeout called in plenty of time.
A&M brings 5. Cameron zings it into traffic. It's tipped and incomplete. Dustin Harris, who ran back 2 points and a blocked extra point with a break up, and now you got to go to the end zone.
And Joe, you talked about it. They were taking Patton actually instead of outside. They were taking him inside to the skinny post against that man-to-man coverage, and actually it was defended really well on that particular play.
And instead, Kelly, they're going to go for 3 points here with Matt Nelson, who's not missed this season. This is from 43.
He's going to have to drive it. That wind is pushing it pretty far.
And he knuckles it through. It's a positive finish to a poor first half for Louisiana Tech, with a spotlight on the Bulldogs and what they're saying is the biggest game in school history. Johnny Manziel, more than 350 yards of total offense in that first half, and the Aggies rolling into the break. Back on ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by 5 Hour Energy. Johnny Manziel leading Texas A&M to a 39-16 lead through one half, and he's been as advertised.
Yeah, no question about that. Look at those numbers in the first half, and we knew he was special with his feet. I think he's more advanced than I anticipated with his arm.
Move a little better than you used to.
Yeah, no question about that.
This is Kelly Stauffer. Wow. Joe Davis carries down on the sidelines.
I still can't quite get over that, to be honest with you.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, you get in a 3rd down and long, and you just know he's going to find a way to get you a first down.
Yeah, we knew he had electric feet. The question was, does he also have pocket presence? The ball out on time, accurate throw, yards after the catch for his wide receiver. Sets in the pocket once again, sees middle open, green light to the post to Evans, makes a great throw, a long touchdown later. And then right here, this is when you get out of the pocket, but you have to keep your head up because there are opportunities down the field. And then the great reaction, but what a special player.
Louisiana Tech with the ball to begin the second half. That wind remains stiff from right to left. Let's check in with Kara down on the sidelines.
Just had an opportunity to talk to Louisiana Tech head coach Sonny Dykes. He said it took them about a quarter to settle down. That's why you saw more offensive success in that second quarter. As far as defensive adjustments, they want to keep applying the pressure, but they've got to tackle better in open space, especially Johnny Manziel if he breaks loose.
All right, Kara.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And they've got to score on this drive. You get into a spot where it's a must score each time you're touching the ball. Cameron throws on the first play of the second half to Quentin Patton, who's already got his 9th reception of the game.
And the style of this offense, Joe, is to methodically move it down the field. They do strike, but they can also drive it. They just haven't been that efficient here this evening.
53 points in the points a game, 3rd in the country. Here's Kenneth Dixon, who had a touchdown run during the first half. Jonathan Stewart there, but Dixon keeps the legs churning and has a first down.
They found this at the end of the first half. The big bone, where they bring a backup offensive lineman in as a tight end essentially, and they run it, and they're trying to invite safeties down into the box so that they can strike outside.
Quick throw to Patton in space. One-on-one makes the defender miss. Quentin Patton into Texas A&M territory. Tony Hurd forced him out after a gain of 21.
It doesn't get much simpler than this for a quarterback. Throw an accurate ball to that guy who has amazing feet. And you can see the separation that he gets, and he's yet to be tackled the first opportunity.
Ray Holly running to the wide side, making a cutback on first down to the 37. DeMontre Moore with a stop, and it's 2nd and 5. Quentin Patton, the general as they call him, the WAC's preseason offensive player of the year. Double-digit catches tonight. Holly again in that zone play, cutting it upfield. Shy of the first down by a yard. It's 3rd and 1.
And it would be nice to see Louisiana Tech get back into this game, because what we're missing is really a special offense that really hasn't gotten untracked here tonight. Get the ball to number 4 and run it effectively, and they can get points right now.
They've got one-on-one with number 4 to the near side. Play action. Patton on the post. Poorly thrown by Cameron, and he knew it. Dustin Harris had coverage, but you get Patton one-on-one, you got to take advantage.
Yeah, and it was a missed opportunity. Patton was one-on-one to the post with the middle open, but just as the quarterback Cameron threw the football, he took it upfield. If he continues across the field, that's a big completion.
4th and 2. They run it. They didn't get it. Texas A&M slams the door. Jonathan Stewart, All-SEC candidate. And the Aggies with a stop on possession 1 of the second half.
In my playing days, I was...
The mailman in the house. Louisiana Tech, former basketball player there, Karl Malone.
The mailman's going to have to take a seat to the general, a back seat to the general. The way Patton's getting off right now, wouldn't you like to throw a fade to the mailman?
Oh, man.
That would be amazing.
Still in great shape.
Oh, he still looks like he could go out and play. In fact, he may decide to do that.
14 of the 19 completions for Cameron have gone to Quinn Patton.
Wow. A special player. We talked about it. He could start anywhere in the country, and he's proven that tonight. When you watch a Louisiana Tech game, find number 4. He's worth the price of admission.
Tech with a reason to believe right now, within 2 touchdowns. Trey Williams waiting back. Boy, wow.
How about the
like
last thing that you needed to kick the ball out of bounds?
Cameron on that last drive, 9 for 9 for Louisiana Tech. Bringing them within 2 scores early on in this
Out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
How about that? Penn Wager's got his mic working.
Yeah. You talk about halftime adjustments, but look at Cameron's numbers, 9 for 9, and he came into this game completing almost 70%. So he's a very accurate passer, and that's where his receivers get yards after the catch because of the placement of his football, and you saw it on that last drive.
Kelly, Louisiana Tech has overcome giving up the 2nd most yards in the country this season because they're 4th in the country in takeaways. They could really use one.
Oh, no question about it. That would be exactly what this team needs to get this crowd back in it.
First down run play. And the defense solid for Louisiana Tech. Chad Boyd, who left the game with an injury earlier, back in to stop it after a gain of 1.
Well, you just have the sense that Johnny Football Manziel is about ready to change the course of events right here. They're in empty. This is a typical quarterback draw look for them.
Nobody at the 2nd level in the box. Manziel throwing the slant for Evans, who double caught it, dragging a defender into Tech territory down to the 41. Dave Clark made the stop after an 18-yard pickup.
The empty formation really thins out the defense, creates a one-on-one outside with Evans and that big basketball body. Decent ball placement, but look at the hands on number 13 tonight.
Quarterback lead play. Manziel hemmed in this time. Quinn Giles is finally putting together a really solid campaign. Knocked him out of bounds.
That's a quarterback lead play to the edge. They also will lead the quarterback on a draw once in a while, and then out of empty, he'll call his own number and just scamper up the middle with 5 wide split out.
They faked the trick play and then dump it off to Molina, who had a convoy in front, but he wasn't ready for it, and it's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, they were trying to fake the reverse and go to Molina on the screen, and Boyd is bringing pressure. There's pressure up the middle and Boyd off the edge, and Manziel just simply didn't find the running back trying to get out on that screen.
Crowd comes alive again, 3rd down and 9. Pressure. Manziel stepping up and taking off with a flag down. He's going to run for a 1st down, but a flag back at the 40.
Well, this is coming back with a hold on. We'll make it 3rd and really long. And that's one of the downsides to a quarterback that likes to run, is the offensive linemen really, they don't know when he's left the pocket. And all of a sudden the defender's trying to get off, and their instinct is to just grab whatever they can, and that's when the holding takes place at times.
Personal foul. Continuous contact to the helmet. Number 69.
Wow.
Defense. 15-yard penalty.
Louisiana Tech just can't
1st down.
get a break. Right in the middle right there, and once your hand slides up, you can't continue to batter the helmet. And that's what Kano did on that particular play. And in the meantime, that big play that Louisiana Tech needed to get off the field obviously didn't happen.
That's a killer.
I shouldn't have doubted that offensive line for Texas A&M.
Yeah.
They've been great pass protectors thus far on the year.
Outside zone play for Kristen Michael. Stacked up after a gain of 3. A little bit of a lead zone. Molina out in front. Antonio Mitchum up to make the stop. But it's 2nd down.
And Texas A&M's run offense has become more diverse since that Florida game. Florida in the 2nd half shut down this run game by Texas A&M. You see more wrinkles out of it now by Cliff Kingsbury since that Florida game in week 1.
Manziel will pull it. Running through the tackle to Kevin Kisseberth, showing good strength down to the 5. He's got to watch it.
You talk about being fiery. He gets a little loose with the football. You can see the football swinging right there against SEC defenses down the road. That may become a big mistake on his part. And as a quarterback, just get up and go in the huddle and send your offensive line in there to fight your fight.
3rd down and short. They bring a tight end to the backfield. Nehemiah Hicks to lead the way for a 1st down run from Kristen Michael. It's 1st down and goal for Texas A&M.
Well, La Tech right now is thinking anything but in the end zone. Any points we can keep off the board, less than 6, will be a good thing right here. This is where you figure they will lean on that massive offensive line as they actually go into the Wildcat formation with Manziel out wide.
You can't sleep on him over there. Here's Michael. Surging and reaching. Just short. Ball's taken away. There was no whistle. Chip Hester takes it all the way back to the 30, but now they're spotting him down back at the 1-yard line. Mike Strang wound up taking it from Hester.
The official on the far side of the field is walking in from the far sideline right there, pointing to the ground. That headlines judge is apparently the one that blew the whistle down. Michael was fighting for the touchdown at the end, extending the ball what he hoped to be over the goal line, and the question becomes, when was the whistle blown? Michael continues to fight, reaches the ball out. That seemed late enough where you would think a whistle took place.
Pretty close to being in to begin with.
Back to losing the ball.
I didn't hear one from up here.
Well, it's certainly a reviewable situation in the sense that did the ball break the plane initially, which may be the first question they see in a replay. Because the ball just has to penetrate the very front of that goal line to become a touchdown, and then obviously it's a moot point. But look at Manziel coming in there. He wasn't just happy tackling number 1 and stripping the ball. He wanted to get after number 2. I want that guy on my team. But right here, as Michael extends the ball, it's hard to tell if it crosses the goal line. That would be a reviewable situation. But then when did the whistle take place?
It's going to be indisputable video evidence, and I don't think that that's indisputable that it was in.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell. I think you're exactly right. I don't think it's going to meet the criteria of indisputable video evidence. So in this review situation, there are a multitude of things. And they called the ball down originally on the 1. The umpire the head lines judge from the far side pointed to the ground about the 1 yard line. And my question is, if it's the 1 yard line, why is it? Because the ball is extended well inside the 1 yard line there. Sometimes I honestly think it's a shot in the dark, to be quite honest with you. When you have that massive humanity piled up there, how do the guys clear out here know where that ball is? The bottom line is they don't. Well, La Tech hasn't had a lot of things go in their favor tonight in terms of calls, penalties, those type of things. They really need this to fall in their favor. You can see this guy coming in. He's coming in and the hands up. He's already saying the ball is down.
But the ball's already out.
And the ball is already out by that point in time, which is something that the head lines judge from that position can't possibly see. But if it was his whistle that stopped play, why was it if he couldn't see the football?
Yeah.
See if we can match this together. The official is up here that is going to come in and start marking this ball down. But he can't possibly see where that football is. Now, can the replay booth tie all of those things together? Because remember, they don't have a magic camera somewhere. They're looking at what you're looking at home. And they have to make the right decision based on the same things that we're seeing. I think you're right. I anticipated standing because they don't have enough evidence to reverse anything.
Pen wagers.
Field stands. Ball at the half-yard line.
This is an SEC.
Louisiana Tech is charged a timeout and their challenge.
SEC officiating crew with a whack replay official.
And the one thing that did change, it goes to the half-yard line where the official that was coming in to mark the ball down was actually marking it at the 1. So if anything changed at all, Texas A&M remained in possession of the football and gained a half a yard. And Sonny Dykes is like, what in the world do I have to do to catch a break tonight?
Yeah, every break has gone the other way for Sonny Dykes' team.
I think based on how it was called initially, I think they arrived at the right place.
Yeah, you couldn't then call it a fumble. It would have been whistled then. Second and goal. Ben Molina comes in. He's stacked up short, and Antonio mitts him there. He about lost the football.
Louisiana Tech has played pretty well between the tackles, not only tonight, but on the year, and you can see it right there. They're pretty good down and dirty inside. It's to the edge that that's an issue, and I would check number 2 right here in a boot type of situation.
A bootleg like you called it. Too easy. Touchdown, Johnny Manziel. Second rushing touchdown tonight. A yard short of the century mark. What a turn of events on this possession.
That might be the dagger right there that Louisiana Tech could not afford, but if Manziel is at quarterback, you can't let him get to the edge. At any cost, you can't let him get to the edge.
Bernadette's extra point makes it a 3-score game once more. Oh, Kelly, what do you think? Final verdict here.
I think great defense initially. I think that's the right call based on how it was called on the field. Nice ball handling by number 2. I would find out where he is. Sonny Dykes can't catch a break tonight. His team's in a deep hole.
Clock strikes midnight local time here in Shreveport, Louisiana. 46-44, Texas A&M. In a game that they led 46-23. They led 27-0. Shaquille Lucas with an interception return for a touchdown to get to within 2.
Exactly the game we thought it would be, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It
we
just
saw this
came
coming.
in a slightly different look for about 2.5 quarters.
Nelson boots it away with a wind to his back. Dives into the arms of Trey Williams. Stopped at the 17. What a momentum swing this has been in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know that momentum can swing more than it has here. And Patton has, as in general, has led the charge. And then you see Dixon. I mean, the inspiration to get in the end zone and turn this game around for his team has been unreal. And then Johnny Football, the freshman Manziel, looked like a freshman on that play. And Lucas comes up with a ginormous play for Louisiana Tech right there.
429 yards of offense, 56 in the second half. Shades of a Florida game. Manziel finds an opening. Stays on his feet across the 20 for 5 yards.
We talked about Manziel having ball security when he runs with it. He gets a little loose with the football as he did on that play. He put one on the ground last week against Ole Miss running on a play just like that.
Ben Molina on the swing.
If I'm Louisiana Tech right here defensively, I get in the grill of every receiver and make Johnny Manziel find an open guy and throw into a tight window. You can see the pressure look coming right here on the young quarterback.
Manziel spinning, running. He's going to get a first down. Got 5 yards when he needed 2.
Just when you think you have him, you realize you don't. And it's the move to the left side that breaks contain eventually on the right side. And when you have the speed to get that done, it's a pretty exciting play.
Pressure comes and they dump it off. Molina dances his way back into the teeth of the defense. Malcolm Pichon and Shaquille Lucas there for the stop.
The thing that Louisiana Tech has done in the second half is they've gotten more comfortable with the coverage on the back end, so that it's allowed them to bring one, sometimes 2 extra guys to try to get after the young quarterback, force him into poor decisions, and we've seen that he can do that from time to time.
One-on-one to the near side with no safety help. Now they back off. Manziel throwing the speed out. And would have had Thomas Johnson for a first down if he'd kept him on his feet. Instead, it's 3rd and short.
Well, Manziel goes with the quick cadence and then backs off to see if he gets a pressure look. What Louisiana Tech is doing is they're also checking out of that pressure look, and they did it on that play, and Manziel ended up finding the open guy, but not for a first down.
3rd and 4. And a free play. Trying to take advantage. Thomas Johnson, first down to the 31. Quinn Giles with a tackle after a gain of 32.
And then Paulie right there, jumping, and then makes the mistake of not continuing on the play. Manziel continues on the play and hits Johnson for a huge play down the field. You don't have to be in a hurry as a contained defensive end. Keep number 2 in the pocket. You don't have to get after it.
First positive play in a long time for Texas A&M. First down at the 31. Manziel with all day, goes underneath to Mike Evans, who makes a man miss and accelerates close to the first down.
And Mike Evans has been that dependable go-to guy when Texas A&M has needed a play. Didn't have the skinny post inside, and then the secondary receiver Evans makes a play outside, and you can see right now Evans, a big play, big-bodied wide receiver outside, limping off. You need that basketball player become wide receiver down here in the red zone. But I like the fact that Manziel ended up going through his progression like we saw him doing early in the game and getting to that open guy.
Third receiver we've seen leave the game for Texas A&M tonight, Ryan Swope on the opening possession. Malcolm Kennedy left early on in this second half. And now Johnny Manziel without the 6'5" freshman target Mike Evans.
And he's a tremendous target, as we've already seen down here in the red zone at 6'5", a former basketball player. He's a fade route waiting to happen. He's now on the sidelines.
Pressure up the middle. They gas it with a run. Molina slipped off of a blitzing Antonio Mitchum. Quinn Giles makes the tackle after a short gain.
The right blitz called that time by La Tech, and Mitchum had a clean path to the ball carrier and just essentially overran him. Thought Manziel was keeping the football.
Mike Evans quickly back into the game. We're at a timeout.
I think Sonny Dykes is arguing that Texas A&M had too many men on the field at one time. He had to burn a timeout. I think he's talking about the fact that A&M likes to substitute, but they still like to go fast. And sometimes they have seemingly more than 11 on the field at any one time.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech. Second timeout, other half.
So one left for the Bulldogs, down to 7:39 to go.
You can see Sonny Dykes down there right now. There's a little confusion up here. And Sonny Dykes called the timeout, but you don't argue about calling a timeout. He's upset about something far different than that, and it seemed to me that his defensive substitution pattern was a little confused because of what Texas A&M was bringing onto the field, and I think he's arguing there were just simply too many guys on the field at one time.
For so much of the night, every break was going the other way. It's going Texas A&M's way. Really, in the blink of an eye, late third, early fourth, La Tech has turned it around.
You see all of this going on right there. How many guys can you have on the field? You see the late guy coming on for Louisiana Tech right there. A lot of confusion, but the arguing isn't about the timeout. It's we were trying to adjust to late substitutions by Texas A&M, which obviously Sonny Dykes didn't feel was allowed.
So after all that, 2nd and 7. And again, Mike Evans in the game with one-on-one to the near side. Fade route. Broken up. Went for Wachaku. Lavander Liggins, the sophomore from Leesville, Louisiana, makes it 3rd and 7.
3rd and long, and Wachaku had the same man-to-man coverage outside and covered extremely well by Liggins, number 13, on that play. Stayed what they call in phase, where you can see the front number, and then the receiver will indicate when the ball is coming into the frame, and then you turn and make a play on the football. Very well done by 13. Don't lose contain on Johnny Football right here.
Pressure comes. Manziel stands in. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Thomas Johnson, the true freshman, with his first touchdown of his career. There is a flag down back in the backfield. So roughing, and the touchdown will stand.
Roughing the passer, I think, out of frustration, and the safety, 31.
94. Defense, roughing the passer. Touchdown on the play. Penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
31, Chad Boyd was covering Johnson, and Boyd thought he got pushed off on him, kind of the throw behind back shoulder fade right there, executed by Manziel with Thomas Johnson, number 8, in the end zone.
Big extra point. And Bertolet makes it a 2-possession game once again. What a response by Texas A&M, and Johnny Manziel driving the Aggies down the field. Redshirt freshman to true freshman. Thomas Johnson with his first career touchdown. So 4:41 to go. On a night where we expected points, we bet a show put on by these two quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel owned the first half. Colby Cameron is on the second half.
And both quarterbacks playing well within the structure of their offense. Johnny Manziel is prone to go off the rails once in a while and turn into an impromptu, inexperienced freshman, but it's certainly fun to watch when he's doing it.
Last time they're backed into their own end zone, Manziel was intercepted for a touchdown.
This is the problem with the shotgun, taking the snap 6 yards deep in your end zone.
Looking for the home run ball. Mike Evans on the post pattern. Gets some breathing room to the 30.
Cliff Kingsbury gets a tremendous amount of credit for this play call. A skinny post inside to his go-to guy tonight being Mike Evans. But you have a freshman quarterback 7 yards deep in his own end zone with the game on the line, and he throws the right ball to the right guy.
And now you can look at starting to grind this clock. Near 4 minutes. La Tech just one timeout. They go to the ground. Ben Molina steps out of a tackle, then gets banged down. Gain of 3. Dave Clark with a tackle. And Clark lost his helmet, so he's got to come out of the game.
And Antonio Mitchum once again free to the ball carrier, number 55 in the backfield, and cannot finish the play. A negative play right there for La Tech would have been exactly what they were looking for. Showing pressure initially. Manziel looks to the sideline, typically audibles to something dealing with pressure.
Here it comes. Looking over the top. Now looking to take off and show off his speed. Running away from Schrang, and a first down. Stayed in bounds. Senior play by the redshirt freshman.
Well, what a heady player, and Schrang, the number 34, the linebacker, once he was one-on-one with Manziel, that was not going to be a very good race. Kingsbury, once again, it's like another day at the office with my young guy.
You lose sight of the fact that this kid has played now just 6 games at the collegiate level. As competitive of a kid as Cliff Kingsbury's ever been around, he said. He goes into each game thinking he's the best player on the field. And for much of tonight, that was the truth. Looking for a knockout blow here, but too strong. Miscommunication with Sabian Holmes.
The quarterback, Manziel, was reading fade, and Holmes was running a stop route on that bump and run man-to-man coverage. But Manziel is truly a unique set of skills, that's for sure. And the egregious interception he threw really lives right next door to the tremendous plays we've seen him make. And how do you rein that in? That's the job for Cliff Kingsbury, conceivably for the next 4 seasons.
Option play, a little bit of a dangerous call. Then Molina to the flag down. Molina's going to go the distance. 60 yards pending the penalty. Been a busy night for Penn Wagers.
Out on the edge, you always think holding at point of foul penalty, but is it a drive killer? That's what Louisiana Tech needs to know.
Holding, number 13, offense. Penalty will be enforced on the spot of the foul. 10 yards, 2nd down.
Mike Evans.
The go-to receiver working overtime out wide, and when the play gets outside, wide receivers, there's a knack to knowing when to give up on the play, and he's beat right there. Do not compound things by grabbing jersey. And that's the mistake that Mike Evans made right there.
But still 2:41 left and a 2-score game. Louisiana Tech, 4th in the country in forcing turnovers, going to be ball hawking here as Molina looks to drain the clock with a short 2nd down gain. It's 3rd and 8. Flag down at the end of the play in from the back judge.
I think Mike Evans might have been called for a late foul here. Chicken fighting outside with Clark, number 24. Keep your poise out there, boys. All you have to do is make a 1st down and go home.
After the play is over, personal foul. 13, offense. 15-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Mike Evans, when your team needs a play and the game's on the line, that play has no place in football. You just have to keep your poise. Unbelievable. If you talk about the way that Texas A&M can still lose this game, it's plays like that that kill drives.
3rd and 23. And a whistle before the snap.
This has to be a clock issue. I thought the clock started running prematurely that particular time. There isn't a flag on the play. The referee apparently came in and set everyone straight.
They've reset the play clock. 3rd and 23. Manziel trying to put it into it. Johnny Football with a night to remember. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Cliff Kingsbury obviously likes to call games when Johnny Football Manziel is pulling the trigger.
He set an SEC record for total offense in a game week 4 against Arkansas with 557. And he's done it again tonight, 577 with that 72-yard run.
Manziel is going to give the impression he's going that direction. All the while, this is the point of attack. Very well disguised, but even better executed. And when you have speed like that, you just need a little crease, and he can take it the distance. Wow. Fast forward to about 2 or 3 years, and Aggieland may have to get the Heisman campaign going early.
Wyoming, the great American West.
These guys right here would be well versed to stay behind that line before they touch the football.
This one they've got, and Texas A&M is going to hang on. Ben Molina, the junior running back and special teams standout, seals the deal for the Aggies.
Not as good a kick as Nelson got the time before. It was a high hop, which is fairly easy to handle. And Molina, that special teams guy, comes up with the biggest special teams play tonight. The high hop, and that's the one that you go and attack. If it's high and I can go get it, you get in front of that line and go make a play.
116 points and 1,300 plus yards. A game that was originally scheduled to open the season in August, postponed because of the threat of Hurricane Isaac, turned into a top 25 matchup, and it ends as a night to remember here in Shreveport. Johnny Manziel, 24-40, 395 through the air, and he's reset his own SEC record for total offense in a game. Donna Caro, who's with Coach Sumlin.
Coach, you told me at the half that you knew you were going to need better effort to stay ahead. What kept the Aggies one step ahead during this furious comeback?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, we just kept playing, and we made some plays. You know, we did some not very smart things down the stretch. You got to give them credit. I mean, like I told you at halftime, they averaged all those points for a reason. They're well coached. They got players. Like I said, it'd take a good effort for us, our best effort to get out of here with a win, and we did.
You told us earlier in the week that what makes Johnny Manziel exceptional sometimes drives you nuts as well. How did he affect you tonight, your young quarterback?
Well, you know, he made a play at the end of the game to win the thing. So, you know, he's getting better. You got to remember, he's only played 6 football games, and it's a learning process for him. But, you know, I'll put it this way, I'm glad he's on our team.
I'm getting a bit of a sense of relief from you that you got out of here with a victory.
Yeah, well, we said that earlier this week. It's a good football team. You know, that's, you know, they've scored that many points on just about everybody. We needed to get out of here and you know, give us an opportunity to get back home.
Thank you,
You're
Coach.
a heck of a football player. Get back home for a home football game for a change.
Against an SEC foe.
Against an SEC foe. But we're lucky to get out of here. It's a great game. We'll see you next week.
We look forward to it, Coach. Back to you, Joe.
All right, Kara, that'll be against LSU. An only home game in a 6-week stretch for the Aggies. What a thriller tonight. (59-57) Texas A&M. Johnny Manziel did it all for Texas A&M tonight, except watch the decisive 2-point conversion that failed to end the game.